Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to our Monday Masterclass. Such a pleasure as always to be here with you guys. Let us stop sharing so you can see my awesome, amazing face. Yes, I do call myself awesome and amazing. Yes. How are you doing, my loves? How are you doing? Such a pleasure as always to be here with you, to share this time with you, to share some ideas with you, which I really do desire deeply, strongly, with everything inside of me, that you will actually apply these to your life. Because it's all right listening to stuff, getting inspired by things, but it's a whole other thing to actually take what we're talking about and apply it to your life. And it's also not an easy thing to do. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy to transition away from the way you have been thinking to date into a whole different way of thinking, a new way of thinking. It is difficult to do. There's no doubt about that. It is difficult to do, and there's limitations in the way. There are ideas in the way, and we're going to talk about some of those today. Today, the whole topic is pray, promote, make six figures, because there's always an internal thing that needs to happen. There's an external thing that needs to happen in order for you to get the result that you want. Yes. And so we're going to be going over all of that. And as I was saying, it can be difficult to make that transition um, away from the way you've always thought, the way you've always acted, because we get so set in our ways. And so then making a transition away from the way you have been to a different place, it can feel difficult. It can feel almost impossible. And yet it is possible. The divine within you makes all things possible. The problem for most is that you don't know how to apply the concept that the divine is within you, that you are one with the divine, that you are created in the image and likeness of the divine. So you're never alone trying to make this stuff happen. And I don't come at this stuff. I never come at this stuff from a religious perspective. I feel it's absolutely practical, pragmatic, necessary for you to understand that at the very foundation of every single thing that you do, that if you want to live bigger than you're living right now, then you must really understand that your foundation is your connection with the divine. But we're going to talk about that as we carry on. Ultimately, today, Pray, Promote, Make Six Figures is all about how to set yourself free to get your message out, to attract paying clients, and to grow an online business that makes six figures or more right now. Well, by this time next year, let's put it that way. By this time next year, if you apply what I'm asking you to do today, it will gather momentum until by this time next year you're making six figures. But as I was saying, it's not always easy to do this stuff, is it? There's blocks in the way. There's reasons. There's doubts. There's fears. There's all of this stuff. And all of that needs to be handled, which is why when you come into my community, when you come and work with me, we always start with the Remove the Blocks program. It's new for 2024. It is exactly, it's to pull out all the nonsense that is holding you in place, holding you in the wrong place for you. Because you know that you're meant for fulfillment and freedom and financial abundance and a love-drenched life, but you can't get there if there are these blocks in the way. And the blocks are sometimes things that you don't even recognize are blocks, which is why I put you through this program first when you come and work with me, whether it's a private client or as a group coaching client. We will go through Remove the Blocks together first, so that you start to identify what is holding you in place and also clear it, so that then we can start putting clear strategies together to get you where you want to go. Anyway, who is this masterclass for? Although, listen, if you're interested in finding out more about Remove the Blocks, there's a link around this video. It's rosemarylonunite.com/remove blocks. Go take a look, book in for a 15-minute conversation with me to see if it's right for you. Okay? Now, who is this for? It's for you if you are someone, you're an ambitious, spiritual person, determined to transform lives with your skills, with your knowledge, with your wisdom, with your experiences. There's things you've been through, with you really want to help other people not have to go through the same stuff that you've been through, at least let it not take them as long as it may have taken you. You feel called to make a difference, okay? And yes, you would like to get paid to do this work because it feels like a purpose work. And if you're going to be working at something for like 8 hours or whatever a day, not that you necessarily have to if you start your own business, but if you are going to, you may as well be doing it in something that you actually want to do, rather than waking up in the morning and thinking, oh my God, I have to go do that horrible thing that I don't want to do anymore. Yeah. Do we agree? So yes, you would like to get paid to do this work that feels like your purpose work, okay? But you find yourself procrastinating. You're willing to do anything and everything for everyone else, but when it comes to you, you find yourself dilly dallying and finding the next person you can help. You kind of getting involved in everybody else's drama and trying to help them. You don't necessarily always see it that way, but when you look back at your life, you realize that actually you've supported a heck of a lot of people, but you haven't always supported yourself. Okay. Now, even if you're already in business, it's not working as well as you would like it to. And in fact, it's slow going, it's tough. And you wonder if the divine even wants you to be doing this thing. You might feel ashamed about how long it's taking you to get where you would like to go. You might feel ashamed about the fact that you're not even anywhere near where you thought you would be. You talk about your vision, you talk about all the things that you would like to make happen, but you don't seem to be getting there. And you do feel some regret about all the time that is being wasted. You know you're meant for great things. So why is it proving to be so hard? You know you're meant for great things. So why does it feel as if you can't move forward? The moment you start thinking about the things you would like to do, all you can think about is, yeah, but how am I going to afford that? How am I going to do this? And who wants to hear from me anyway? And blah, blah, blah. And you have all of those things holding you back. And they seem valid. Speaking to someone yesterday who was like, what do you want? Oh, well, I kind of would like this amount of money to repair my house, to do different things. But, well, I don't have the money, so it's never going to happen. And I'm just like, yeah, no. First and foremost, we have to decide what you want before we start thinking about, okay, how am I going to make it happen? But if you haven't actually decided to bring something to life, you don't know yet what it's going to take for you to actually bring it to life. You first decide what you want. And I say this a lot to clients because we've been all trained to believe that unless you can see the A to Z of doing something, then it's never going to happen. And that's a lie. And it's a lie that keeps you stuck in a life that is far beneath your potential because you never give yourself permission to see what opportunities lie in front of you to create the life that you want. Anyway, I'm Rosemary Lonnie Knight. I am a weird blend of African and English. I was born in the UK, went back to Nigeria. I was brought up there for most of my youth. I came back here again to the UK when I was 17, and I've been here since. Okay, I used to dabble at business. Pre-children. I call them, there's my pre-children life and my post-children life. In my pre-children life, I dabbled at business. I knew that I was called to something more. I knew I wanted to do something more, but I couldn't seem to stick with it because I'd been trained to be an employee. I'd been trained to become a professional. I became a pharmacist. And I was trained that that was the best way to do things. Okay. And as much as I wanted to do things differently, I couldn't find the courage to stick with it. And it took going bankrupt. It took 4 years of depression. It took me having 3 amazing daughters for me to finally wake up and decide, okay, if I'm going to change things, I need to start doing things differently. And so I did. Okay. And it took some horrible conversations sometimes with family members who wanted certain things from me, which I was not able to provide. And it made me ashamed, actually. It made me ashamed of where I was in life. When I thought, I spent so much time trying to be something, to be more, and I hadn't achieved. In fact, if anything, I seem to have failed so dismally. And I'd known the divine forever. So how could this be happening to me? Is the way it felt. And yet it was happening to me. And it wasn't until I woke up and realized the divine will never force any one of us to live to the fullness of our potential. We can talk about it forever. But until we make the decision, which is what I started talking about with decision, until we make the decision to actually bring this stuff to life, it's just talk. It's just us making lots of noise and not really accomplishing anything. So I had to wake up. I had to stop waiting for someone to come and save me because I was my own savior. I was my own miracle. I was the magic I was waiting for, just the same as you are for yourself, okay? I know that some of you might have been brought up so religious that you really do think that the divine is going to come on some kind of magic horse or a knight in shining armor to come and save you. The divine is waiting for you to realize that actually all the power you need is within you right now. The divine within you is the power you need to create anything you want. You just need to learn how to apply it, okay? So I had to learn how to apply this stuff, which is what I help my clients do now. And I started with a property business, built that up to multiple 6 figures within 18 months. And then started teaching people how to do the same strategy that I had done, which is what got me into coaching because I really wanted to be a coach. It was a coach of mine because I was working with coaches and mentors in order to get to that place. a coach of mine did say to me, "What do you really want to do, Rosemary?" And that's when I was like, "Well, I would really like to coach, but I think I have to wait until I have some more experience," which some of you might be saying to yourself as well. And he said to me, "No, you can start now and get experience on the way, right? Start now with what you know and get better as you do it." Okay. And so that's what I did. Finally, I found the courage to do that. And I support other people in doing that right now as well. Just the same as I was supported, now I support you with a heck of a lot more knowledge than I did have at that point. And I'm so glad that I had the courage to get on my path. Okay. And I really want more of you to get on your path. You have something that can help other people. And I can help you package it in such a way that you can actually get paid really well to do what you're doing. It starts, however, with us removing those blocks that are keeping you from just making the moves, man. Making the moves. So anyway, that's a bit of my story there. A quick rendition. So again, I come to this question. Have you finally decided to get paid really well to transform other people's lives? Have you decided to live in your purpose? Have you decided that you will have a free, fulfilled, financially abundant, love-drenched life, whatever that looks like for you? Because again, you might be one of those that is waiting for all the resources to make their way to you first before you make a decision. It does not work that way, my loves. You have to decide first that this is what must happen, and then there's a quote something about boldness has genius to it or something. The boldness of deciding, yes, this is happening for me, is what gives you that is what opens your eyes to what is step one, what is step two, what is step three. You have to decide first, okay? The decision comes first. Oh, I was going to have my guitar here, but my guitar is not here right now. We're going to sing my affirmation, or the affirmation for today. I choose to live out my calling. I will not die with my music in me. And that's a decision that you make. I choose to live out my calling. I choose to live out my calling. I choose to live out my calling. I will not die with my music in me. I will not die with my music in me. You can affirm that over and over and over and over again. You must choose, you must decide to live out your calling even before it looks possible. Okay? Because it's only in the decision that the resources, the money, the whatever you need becomes available, becomes obvious where it is. Okay? You must choose not to die with your music in you. This is your day. This is your time. This is your moment. I just put something on the page along the lines of, do not give up on yourself. No matter how many mistakes you have made in the past, no matter how many times you've made promises to yourself and not quite made them happen, do not give up on yourself. This time could be the time that everything changes. I know you may have heard yourself say that to yourself numerous times in the past. It does not mean that it will never happen. It just means it hasn't happened yet. But you can make a new decision starting freaking now. When my clients go all in, when they make that decision to go all in, they write books. Speaking engagements are booked. New businesses are created and made profitable. New branches of business are opened up. Online courses are created and sold. Physical products are sold. Team members are attracted into those that are doing, network marketing. They get team members. People lose weight when they go all in. When my clients go all in, they lose weight. They heal their marriages. They find new clients, new paying clients come into their business. Their God wound, their God trauma is healed. They get out of toxic situations. They develop this unstoppable self-confidence inside of them, which doesn't necessarily mean that they always feel super confident. It just means that they have the confidence to move despite the fear, okay? That's the thing. When my clients go all in, they have better relationships, they have better sex, and they successfully transition out of jobs. When I went all in, I more than replaced my full-time pharmacist income and made the transition into my own business. I've written 18 books. They're all on Amazon. You can go take a look at those. Written over 3,000 blog posts. Done God knows how many thousands of videos. 150 online courses created and selling daily. I've worked with multimillionaire coaches because I needed to expand my mind before I worked with these people. There was so much I didn't think I was capable of doing. But then I started to see that it's just regular people like me and you doing extraordinary things. So I realized, you know what? The same God lives in me as he lives in all of them peoples. I can do it too. There's something about exposing yourself to a different way of thinking that really empowers you. It definitely did that for me, and now I do it for my clients as well. I built up the Facebook page. I have created a music album as well, and numerous coaching programs have been created, and worked with numerous clients. And now the coaching program that I get everybody to go through with me when you come and work with me is remove the blocks. Remove the blocks, because we have to remove them. We have to remove them if you're going to move forward, okay? Now, I need you to understand this. You will always accomplish more with what seems to be less effort when you stop fighting who you are and fully commit to your true design, to your purpose, your life purpose, rather than trying to fit into a life that doesn't even feel good to you, but you tell yourself you have to. It's not true. You always have a choice over what you allow in your life. So choose again. And I need you to know this, because you are someone who gives to the detriment of yourself. Usually because you think that unless you are busily helping everybody else with their drama, they will somehow die without you. It is a lie. Know this. People are freaking powerful. Why? Because everyone has the divine within them. Everyone has the divine within them. People are powerful. You are powerful. Your vision is your permission. You do not need to wait for another sign. You are very capable of every single desire in your heart. You are capable of your calling if you will allow it, if you will learn how to apply simple principles and bring things to life. You are more than just this physical body. You are a divine being. You're created in the image and likeness of the divine. You have that same power that created all things. It's in you. It's in you, for goodness sake. It's in you. And yet you've been conditioned to believe that you are small. By religion, by family, by friends, by the media, by teachers, all these things that are supposed to make you feel big have made you feel small, okay? You've been taught to obey rules that you've not even questioned because you're so afraid of either hellfire for all eternity, or you're afraid of whether somebody's going to not like you or whatever. And you've even been trained to punish yourself whenever you don't align with these crazy rules that you're obeying. You've been trained to think that they are right and you are almost always wrong, okay? You have learned to distrust yourself and distrust the voice of the divine, your own intuition. You've learned to distrust all of that, which makes this journey of life feel pretty damn tough. And I know you've accomplished more than most other people in your life, okay? But you've always known that there is still more for you. You've known that you're meant for more. It's time to awaken to the power within you. You have a message, you have something of significance to share. And there's no mistake about you listening to me right now at this time. There's no mistake about you being here on this planet right now at this time, okay? You have access to an incredible number of people right from your computer. Some of those people are exactly who you are called to serve. So no more can you hide behind logic and reason. No more can self-doubt be allowed to keep you down. No more can you keep allowing man-made rules and dogma keep you trapped in a financially restricted and unfulfilling life. Enough of that. It's time to fully take responsibility for your part in the jigsaw puzzle of our planet. I like to liken this planet, or to all of us, we are jigsaw pieces, jigsaw puzzle pieces. We all have a distinct kind of shape, a distinct look. But most of us spend most of our time filing down those distinct shapes and bits of ourselves so that we all look the same. How can you create a jigsaw with pieces that are all exactly the same? It will not ever be a complete jigsaw puzzle. It is the strangeness of all the pieces that fit together to make the jigsaw puzzle complete, right? But when you spend most of your time trying to be everybody except yourself, how can you ever feel fulfilled that way? It's time to take responsibility for coming back to yourself. Now, starting some kind of business, yeah, to me, it's a critical part of your evolution on this planet. Or getting yourself onto your purpose path. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business. Not everybody necessarily wants to be in business. That's fine. But there is a purpose for you. And this particular masterclass is for people that do want to be in business. So that's what I'm going to talk about mostly. For your business, ultimately, it is a critical part of your evolution, okay? And it's also a critical part of the evolution of this planet because it's what you are meant to be doing. So when I mean you're being your actual jigsaw puzzle piece, then you will be living, you will be creating a successful business because it's part of what you are specifically called to do it. So how do you do this? Okay, number one, as I already hinted at or already said earlier in this little ditty that I'm or this talk that I'm giving here, it's that foundational piece of being connected to the divine, knowing that the divine is within you, connecting to the divine within you, the divine all around you, but knowing that there is power within you to create whatever it is that you would like to create, learning how to focus that power, knowing the divine to be your source so you're not alone trying to make this whole thing happen, feeling safe in your connection to the divine, feeling loved by the divine. This is definitely something we really go into in module 1 of Remove the Blocks, okay? Feeling one with the divine. It takes practice. You're used to saying you believe in all kinds of things. You're used to saying that you know that you're powerful. You know that the divine, you know, you're one with the divine. You're used to saying this stuff. But when it comes to actually living it out, it doesn't always feel that real to you. You haven't actually learned how to take the divine within you and live from that power to create the life that you're actually meant to live. You are more practiced at living with fear and doubt than you are with faith. And that needs to change, my loves. So number one, we need to get that connection going and live from that foundation. Number two, you need to be clear about what it is that you want. Who are you? How do you choose to show up in the world? What is your big vision for your business? What is the difference you want to make? What is the offer? Okay. Who is it for? Who is your ideal client? How much do you want to be making in business? I can't tell you the number of people I speak to who really have no idea. They know they kind of want more money, but they have no idea. I said, so specifically, how much though? And they can never, hardly ever tell me. Not everyone. Some people do know, but a lot of people really haven't, because the moment they think to themselves, oh, this is what I like to do. Oh, it seems too much. Oh, well, and then they just never even really get specific at all. It's just crazy. So getting clear on all these things is absolutely essential, because you can have all this power inside of you, but without a focus, ain't nothing going to be created. Okay. So you need to get clear. What is my offer? Who is it for? How much would I like to be making? How many people do I want to work with? What impact will it have? Will my work have on their lives? What will happen if they don't hear from me? All of that. Get clear on the answer to these questions, so that when you come into the marketplace, you're coming from a place of clarity. You're focusing that divine power within you to create the business. Okay. Number three, get into the feeling of it. Now that you have this picture of your business, write it out. Speak of it. Speak it to yourself. It doesn't need to be to anybody else. And then feel it. See the vision of it. See yourself doing it. Not just watching a movie of you doing it, but you be that minister, that coach, that person right in the center of the vision, bringing things to life. See yourself speaking, or feel yourself speaking to those clients, seeing them have moments of revelation, moments of insight when things shift inside of them. See them in front of you, maybe on Zoom calls or whatever, or hear their voice in your head as you're listening in on a call. And you can hear them having revelation moments. Feel that. Feel the exhilaration of knowing that you came alongside them and helped them have that moment. Feel the exhilaration of knowing that you are living on purpose. Take time each day to feel into what it is that you're creating. Okay? This is not play. This is you using your imagination in a constructive manner. You are a divine being. Your imagination is a divine skill. It's a divine power you have to right now start living in your vision completed. So get into the feeling of it. Notice any resistance as you're imagining and feeling into it. Notice, is the fear coming up? What is coming up for you? Oh, you can't do that. Oh, maybe the divine doesn't want you to do that. Oh, what will that person think if they see you doing that? Oh, if you say that, what will... Notice all of that stuff. Make a note of it, because that stuff needs to be clear. These are the blocks that when you come work with me, the first thing we're doing is getting rid of those blocks. Okay. And resistance, can show up as fear, doubt, or this imposter syndrome. Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Number two, it can show up as a lack of creativity, which that can also just be a stifled sex drive as well. Or it can be an overactive sex drive with the accompanying guilt if you were brought up religious. Okay. It could be resistance can also show up as a lack of momentum due to fear of how you're coming across to other people. Yeah, resistance can show up as you being so drained from overgiving to everybody else and the accompanying resentment that generally comes, and you generally tend not to acknowledge it because you're too nice to feel resentful, except you are. Okay. Resistance can also show up as any kind of self-punishment for mistakes made or regret over time wasted. People spend lots of time looking back and thinking, if only I had done this, if only I had done that. Okay, you didn't do it. What are you going to do now? Okay, so all those things are resistance plus other things, okay? But now you need to start thinking how to clear it. You need to clear it. As you notice these things, as you make a note of them, clear them, clear them. Daily clearing work is required to keep your channel clear for love to flow. Because, all right, as I say, knowing that the divine power is within you, but if that channel where the divine power needs to flow through is blocked up with resistance, then the power will be of no use to you whatsoever. Okay? So we need to clear all of that. Understand that love is everything. So if you harbor in any way any feeling of self-unlove, it will block your ability to receive all that you desire. So number 5 here is make all these things that we've mentioned so far your morning ritual. 20 to 30 minutes connecting, getting clear on what it is that you want to create that day, plus your big vision, feeling into it, noticing any resistance and clearing it. Let that be part of your morning ritual. It doesn't need to take very long, 20 to 30 minutes a day, to set you up for whatever practical thing you're going to do next. Because notice these first 5 things here are all internal things. But we do not create a 6-figure business just based on internal things. Neither do we create a 6-figure business just based on external things, okay? The two must work together. Pray, promote. Pray and promote. Pray and promote. Okay, internal and external must work together in order for things to come to pass. So be consistent with your morning ritual where you're doing the things that I've mentioned so far. And then we need to get into action, okay? You have your offer. You have the person that you want to reach. Now you need to put that stuff out into the marketplace. One, you can start with, I like to say to my clients, 3 things. Communicate, capture, close. If you haven't done that every single day, do not go to bed. Communicate. What does that look like? It looks like going to be where your ideal client is, the people you would like to help. They're on social media somewhere. Okay, let's use social media as your target here. They're on social media somewhere. Go be where they are. Are they already in groups somewhere? Go be there. Are they on some platform somewhere? Go be there. With your blogs, with your social media posts, with your images, with your videos, with your live streams, go be in groups, share your thoughts, but also listen to what they are saying, respond to what they're saying, and then invite them over into your world. But you can do things like podcast interviews, create your own podcast, go for speaking engagements, or do online, tele summits and all of that stuff. Network in groups, whether it's online groups or offline groups. Go be where people are. Tell them what you're about. Because if not, they don't know you exist. So you need to start making people aware that you exist in the marketplace. So use your words, whether it's spoken, whether it's written, use your words. You have a lot of words, man. You have a lot of words when you're not thinking about it. You have a lot of words. And then as soon as you decide to put your business head on, it's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. These days, of course, there's good old ChatGPT. But frankly, I think most of us are getting, aware of the fact that lots of people are just giving us AI nonsense and we don't like it so much. So I would suggest strongly that you tap into your heart and bring out the words that you would, if someone was standing or sitting in front of you, having a coffee with you, asking you questions, what would you say to them? Go say that stuff in social media world, in various strategic places, and let people start to be aware that you exist, that you know what they're going through and that you can support them in moving forward. Okay. And once you've done that, now that you've gone to be where they are, call them to where you are, capture them into your world. So have some kind of lead magnet. So for instance, I have something called the Remove the Blocks book. Okay. So that's the lead magnet. You can give that away for free. I give it away for free sometimes. And then most of the time it's $1.97. You can get a copy of it yourself. Okay. And that is, it contains my philosophies, some of them anyway, basically. And it contains, there's value in there. It will help you clarify your purpose. It will help you identify the things that are blocking you. And it will also give you a step-by-step plan to grow a business, with your using your skills and your experiences and all of that stuff. So using who you are right now to build a successful business, I give you a step-by-step plan. I still remember putting that together. It was a whatever of the heart. Let's give it that way. It was a delivery of the heart. I really put, if people would actually go step by step through all of that, you would actually build a very successful business. The problem for most people is that because it's so low cost or free, they have a tendency to ignore it, which is unfortunate. However, I'm telling you, will you act on this information? The choice is yours. So have some kind of lead magnet, some kind of free giveaway, or really, really, really low cost giveaway. Have a landing page, so just a website. You don't need a whole website, just one web page or two web pages, because one web page is where people will sign up for the lead magnet, and then the next web page is sign up to have a conversation with you. Okay, so that's your simple funnel that you need. Okay, people sign up for the lead magnet, they're immediately invited to have a conversation with you. That's kind of all you need in terms of web pages on the internet. And then all you're doing then is sending people to sign up for that free giveaway. Sending people via advertising, via your content. So as you go into the groups that you're doing all your communication, tell people, hey, this is where you can get my book. This is where you can get my videos, my video series. This is where you can get the audio series that will support you in doing blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So you're just sending people. So you tell the world where they can go. This is step one. This is step one to get the help that you need. Come over here. Come over here. Download this thing. Get this free thing. Come into my world. That you're inviting them into your world. Okay. And this helps you to build a mailing list. This also helps you to build your social media platforms. Sometimes people think that if you just because you build out a Facebook page or an Instagram profile or a TikTok page, and you start with lots of content on there, that's enough to attract people. It's not. You must go be where they are and call them over to where you are. Okay, it's not enough just to put yourself online and hope that everybody will find you that way. It will never be enough. Okay, so that's communicate. That's capture. Next is close. Close is just simply get on the phone with some people, be intimate with people. The thing about the internet world, it's great because you can reach a lot of people, but then there's also a lot of worry that you're not really a person. That's why I like to have conversations with people so that I'm a real person, and also I get to know the community. It's like as my community gets bigger, it's difficult to actually personally know people, and I want to. I like to know people. I like to speak to people. So yes, I offer these 15-minute consultations and various ways that we can have a conversation. So like even the remove the blocks thing is not just a buy it and go off and do something with it. No, you buy it. Yes, you buy, you invest in it. And then every week we'll get on the phone together. Okay. It's live training calls, not just you listening to something and hoping you can take something away. No, you are getting support on the live calls because I'm training you live. Okay. And then I'm opening up the line so we can have a conversation. And then you're also in my group with me so you can ask any questions. So it's continual support. It's not just you trying to figure stuff out. Why am I saying all of this? Yes. Stay personal with people when you're building a business. There's a tendency to want to go straight to the oh yeah, I just sent out an email and I made 1 million type thing, which you all hear from marketers here, there, and everywhere. And when you send out one email and you get nothing, you start to think there's something wrong with you. But no, there isn't. You're just in a different place from somebody that is able to make 1 million from one email. And that's okay. They started too with nothing. So you start here and you build up by communicating with people, getting to know the people in your community that you're inviting to come and get your free gifts and all of that. Get them on the phone, speak to them, hear their heart. If you can help them, make them an offer. Tell them what you can do. This is you closing. So every day, you can't control necessarily whether somebody specific is going to buy from you, but you can definitely control whether you're making an offer of some sort every single day to people. You have complete control over that. What they do with the invitation is up to them. You need to make sure that you are inviting in some way every single day for people to buy something from you. You are a business. Okay. So that's close. So communicate, capture, close. These are practical things to do to grow your business. Now I need you to understand you are worthy of this. You are worthy of this. You will never allow yourself to have something that you do not feel worthy of. So that is why I must remind you that you are worthy of success and whatever you set your mind to, you are worthy of it. The question is, have you decided yet that it must happen? There cannot be a plan B. Are you in this for real? Are you really in this? And this is how I can help you make this simple. Tell me, how awesome would it feel to be living life, living your life's purpose, changing lives, making a difference, and doing it in a way that really suits you? So you feel free, you feel fulfilled, as in you do it when you want, with whoever you want, and you make as much as you want. Okay. And imagine again with me a world where you've created a business that not only changes lives, but it also creates a magnificent income for you and for yours. That's what working with me will do for you if you will stay consistent with the things that I teach you. And if one, you get off your butt right now and decide that you will get on the phone with me and let's have a conversation to see whether this is right for you. How do we do all of this? Okay. So, as I said, investing in a coach mentor definitely changed everything for me because I got new knowledge. I was held accountable to my own actual dreams, and it helped me to identify and clear mindset blocks, which is exactly what I do with clients. But that getting support is what changed my life completely, and did not come. It did not come when life was perfect. It was at my lowest point, depressed, 4 years bankrupt, three young children wondering, how am I going to home educate them? Because I don't want to just keep putting them in childcare all the time. It was a low point. I did not have lots of cash and I definitely didn't have credit, basically. And it was at that point I knew I had to change things. I knew I needed help to do it. After all, I'd gotten help to become a pharmacist. I hadn't just decided I was just going to do it on my own. I know I couldn't have anyway. But I see this happening where people will pay out thousands and thousands for college to do something that they may not even want to do for the rest of their lives. And then when it comes to actually investing in getting support to living your purpose, doing the thing you would like to do, everybody just kind of runs for the hills. It's kind of crazy. I had to finally ask myself, would I keep doing what I could see was not working for me? Or would I invest scarily in myself and make a solid decision, a solid commitment that I would do whatever my mentor told me to do? I personally made the choice to invest, and within 12 months, I had replaced the money from what I'd been taught and implemented. At the 12-month mark, I also won this Posh Boxer for being Woman of the Year. And then within 18 months, I was completely out of pharmacy. And so far, I've never gone back. I don't intend to. I sometimes have blips where I really kind of want to be. I think, but I worked so hard to be a pharmacist. Maybe I should get my registration back. But then I start to do it and I realize, I'm not sure I can do this. In fact, I don't ever really ever want to walk into a pharmacy. So why am I doing this? So then I back away again. So I don't know. Yes. But ultimately, I haven't worked as a pharmacist since then because, yes, I've created a business that enables me to have income coming from other directions. We have income, we have investments continuing to grow from all kinds of different places. And I continue to work with coaches and mentors to keep expanding my consciousness. Now, before I invested in a coach, I did watch all the free webinars, read all the books, I downloaded the freebies, did all the courses that had no personal contact, and I searched Google for all the answers, but there was nothing that compared really to having someone look at my own situation and help me come up with very personal solutions, and then support me in applying those solutions to my life, holding me accountable to my own goals and to my own vision. There was something about talking directly to someone objective who wasn't in my world, okay? Because and someone who had also gone through some of the stuff that I was going through. So they knew the kind of mistakes I was likely to make. And they also could give me an objective viewpoint. Because all right, I could speak to my partner, my husband, but whatever choice I made would affect him. So it was difficult for him to be completely objective, if you can see what I mean. So having somebody outside of my life really helped me to make clear decisions and take the clear steps to move forward. Okay. And that's what I do with my clients right now. Now, I personally invested over 100,000 in coaching and mentoring, but each time I had no idea where the money was going to come from. I've used credit, I've asked people to loan me money, but I just knew that I had to do something. There were times, in fact, I even felt the divine really speaking to my heart, saying, you must do this. I mean, the divine never really will force you to do anything, okay? there's a resonance, there's a nudge inside of you, and an invitation to step into the next level for you. So when I say the divine said I must, the divine never forces any one of us to do anything. It's we are asking, this is what I would like to bring to life. And then the divine gives you some ideas on what to do to move you forward. It's up to you whether you choose to take them or not. You're loved, whatever you do. So even if I'd chosen never to work with a coach or whatever, I'd probably still be stuck, but I'd be loved, basically. And yeah, be loved. Ultimately, the best thing. However, I wanted also to live the big, expansive life. And so do you. In which case, if you feel the resonance to work with me, then honey, let's go over to rosemarynonniknight.com/remove blocks. Just like I had to, you need to stop deceiving yourself, stop pretending that one day you're going to fit it into your budget. Because the truth of the matter is the world is created in such a way that you'll never have so much income that you can suddenly say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do now. No, you're going to have to choose to do it in your current life. In terms of time, in terms of money, in terms of energy, you are going to have to choose to do it with what you have right now. And in doing so, change the way your life actually works. Most people are waiting for their life to change, so then they will do things. It doesn't work that way. It cannot work that way. You have to change, you have to do things in the middle of what can sometimes feel chaotic. You have to take some of that time to invest in to invest in different behaviors, to invest in coaching if necessary, and then things in your life will change. Am I making sense? I hope I am. What I'm saying is, nothing will change if you don't change anything. The idea that one day you'll suddenly have so much money that you can now invest in coaching or invest in a business, the idea that if you wait long enough, you'll have more time, or the idea that you'll suddenly have more energy just if you wait long enough, it's a lie. It's a lie that keeps you trapped waiting for one day. One day never comes. You have to decide in the middle of whatever is going on now that you will invest time, energy, money in creating the life that you want, or else you will never get it. If you keep waiting for that one day when you have surplus time, surplus money, surplus energy, that day will never come. There will always be something. Even if you did manage to save up, something will break down and then that money will disappear because you never made a decision that come what may, I am moving freaking forward. I made that decision when I got to rock bottom. I made the decision inside of me, come what may. I am moving forward. I don't care what's happening in my current existence. I know that I cannot keep doing the same things that got me here and somehow expect to get there. From here, I have to start taking different actions, scary actions sometimes, in order for me to get there. So do you, my love. So do you. So do you. So my big advice to you is this: don't try to do any of this stuff alone. Okay? Find a mentor that resonates with you and invest whatever it takes to work with them. So yes, you do have a choice. I have a few hours available to do this 15-minute consultation with you. It's completely free, completely complimentary. I don't like to say just free because it is an investment of time on both our parts. Okay? We'll dig deep into what's going on with you. We'll get clear about what you would like to create. We'll look at what could be getting in the way of that. And if it seems appropriate, I will suggest that you come and work with me in the Remove the Blocks coaching program. Okay? So it starts with the 15-minute conversation. Okay? It's 15 minutes to 25 minutes. Can you set up that time? Can you set aside that time? In which case, go over to rosemarynonniknight.com/remove blocks and book yourself in. Schedule a conversation with me. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to seeing how I can support you or point you in the direction of something that will support you. Until we have that conversation, it's been a pleasure sharing what I've shared today. Go forth and prosper. You deserve to thrive and prosper. Will you allow yourself to do so? The choice is yours. Until the next time, my loves, go forth and prosper. Share this with somebody else as well, okay? Bye.